I'm I-Team investigator Adam Walser. We previously reported how a woman who lives in this neighborhood was thrown in jail for 7 days of her HOA violations. Now we're hearing from other neighbors who say they faced fines, legal fees, and even foreclosure over violating HOA rules.
Sensational.
Remember I did that video a week ago where I was explaining the situation with the lady who was put in jail for 7 days, guys. That's right, you heard me right. Put in jail for 7 days because of an HOA violation.
Oh, come on!
Now, in that video, I told you guys you can't trust these HOAs. These HOAs aren't loyal. And the one thing that you have to be very, 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 very mindful and careful with and cautious with is that these HOAs care about one thing only. They want to take your home. That's right. They want to take your home. So what happened right after I made that video? Well, another video came out, and guess what the HOA is doing? They are foreclosing on that lady's house.
You've been bamboozled.
They're trying to foreclose on her and take her house. But listen, it gets worse. We have other stories. We have other stories that will explain the mafia group that the HOAs are. Guess what? They weren't just doing it to that one person. This HOA is terrorizing this neighborhood. Pay me my money. We're gonna get into it. You need to watch this video. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. And I also have a newsletter. Yes, you know the deal. I have a newsletter and it's completely free. How can you beat free? You can. And then on top of that, if you need any type of financing that deals with commercial properties or investment properties, I am your guy. I've been a lender for almost 20 years. And that information is in the pinned comment in the description. Guys, let's jump straight to it. We all know that I always say that these HOAs are nothing but the Gambino family. These are legal mafias.
Our president lives here, and then this young lady's on the board.
Shauna Cruz Munoz says the Creekview HOA, where she owns a home, has lots of rules about everything from putting away trash cans to maintaining lawns.
This is some tall grass there.
Yes.
The HOA board hired a property manager, Ron Trowbridge of the Trowbridge Company, and a law firm, Frischia and Ross, to implement 67 pages of covenants, conditions, and restrictions. Neighbors say Trowbridge aggressively enforced those rules.
He would ride through here really slow in his truck. He had his clipboard on his lap, and if he was going to write you up, he'll stop right there in front of your house.
We got a violation on a Sunday for having a toy wagon outside.
Did you hear that? This guy walks around, drives his little car around on this little clipboard and goes, violation, violation, violation. That's $100, $2,000, $1,000 for a wagon in front of your yard.
This is literally crazy. Are you people insane?
Your property that you own, your property that you did it. He don't give warnings. See, let me just explain this to you guys. This is a lesson, a warning that you need to heed before you sign up with an HOA. The homeowner process of owning a home should be an enjoyable one. You get to enjoy you and your family. You're in your own domain. Should you be harassed by an HOA telling you, you've got a wagon in for your front yard?
What?
Your color of your house is 2 shades light.
I beg your pardon?
We're not talking about weeds overgrown. Your house is falling apart. We're talking about colors. We're talking about a van in your driveway, a van, a car, an automobile, and they're telling you can't have it.
That don't make no sense.
They're telling people, sorry, the height of your car is a little bit high. We can't have that here. Is that car moving? Because it's been here for 1 day in the driveway. Guess what? Is that we don't know. We don't know what's happening. If you don't move that car in 48 hours, we drove by here and with my clipboard and I've been watching your house. This car's been here for 24 hours nonstop. We have a rule that says no car can just sit in your driveway for 24 hours. So if this car doesn't move, citation.
get money.
So listen, guys, remember when I say these companies aren't loyal? This goes for HOHs too, right? HOAs, the whole premise of that neighborhood getting that property manager reaching out to that attorney, you know what their whole premise is? Money.
Come on, man!
Let's say that again. Their whole premise of what they're trying to do is they want money. How do they get that? Legal fees, fines, and if they have to, foreclose on your home and take it. If this HOH puts a lien on your home for $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, what are most people going to do? Most people are going to panic and think, oh man, I don't want to get my home foreclosed. So they're going to force you to do a settlement. A settlement, that's what they want. At the end of the day, the HOA would love to take your home, but they know most likely they're going to get a settlement.
What do? You get another brilliant idea.
That's what they're after. See, he's going to charge you $50,000 in legal fees, but he knows he's probably going to only get $25,000. He's okay with that because he's going to go through every single day milking your neighborhood. That's what they're going to do. But listen, I don't want to jump ahead of the story.
It was like he was running the show.
Shauna says she was involved in a years-long battle with Trowbridge over her home's exterior paint.
And you painted this house how many times?
3 times since 2015.
Wow, I don't think anybody around
Nobody
here.
paints their house that many times.
Shauna says it started shortly after she moved in.
I got a first notification that the side of my house had some fading. And all it said was, I needed to touch up the faded spots. So I did.
Here's video of her son, a contractor, painting her home. Shauna says she sent Trowbridge proof she repainted and thought her issue was resolved.
And then maybe 7 months later, I get served.
She got notice of a lawsuit which said, quote, the home appears to have been partially painted. However, the painting of the home was not ever completed. The paint is badly faded on the sides and rear.
I'm calling, nobody returns my call. I email. Probably the 4th email in, I got somebody that replied back and said, oh, we see that you painted the house, but you need to touch up some more things on the driveway.
You see what I'm saying? This lady, she painted the home. She has video evidence that she painted the home. She did it. And how many times did she say she did it? 3 times since 2015. 3 times for an HOA. And they still weren't satisfied.
Who does that?
You know why? Because they wanted to take her home. They wanted to continue to hit her with fees. This is the reason. Listen to me, guys, when I say this. Listen to me when I say this. When you're dealing with these slimy HOHs, document everything.
Write it down and keep it for future reference.
If I were you, we're talking email only. We are talking email only. Don't talk to them on the phone. Don't call them because you know what they're going to say? I did say that. I did say that. I did say this, but I didn't say that. Document it. Videotape. You know why? You're going to need that when you go to court. And that would be my suggestion. Do not play these games with these HOAs. Do not sit up here and think they're your friend. Do not think that since you give them money, they're on your side. They're not. These individuals, especially these HOAs that act like this, let it be clear, they want your home.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Shauna says she repainted the rest of the house and notified Trowbridge.
Some more months went by, I didn't hear anything, and then all of a sudden I start getting all these letters in the mail that say, hey, let us help you with your foreclosure. And I'm like, what foreclosure? I call my bank, they're like, nope, we don't have anything. And I'm like, what is it? Can't possibly understand. Find out it's the HOA. They had put a lien on my house.
And you didn't know?
I didn't know anything about it.
She emailed Trowbridge and he responded, quote, we know nothing of a message or foreclosure. A lawsuit has been filed against you by the HOA. You should respond as instructed in the lawsuit. Your communication regarding this matter must be with the attorney, not the HOA office. The foreclosure action was for the HOA's attorney's bills.
You see how there's mass confusion? You reach out to your bank and your bank says, what are you talking about? Then you reach out to the HOA and the HOA goes, they ain't got nothing to do with us, but you're the HOA manager.
What the hell's going on over here?
Shouldn't you know that there's a foreclosure or there's a lien that you guys put a lien on my, oh, it's the HOA. I'm just the HOA manager. Guy, don't play dumb with me. Don't play dumb with me. You know, you just won't tell me. This is the games that these guys play. Listen, they're going to point fingers, point you in so many different directions. They're trying to make you give up.
It's an evil world we live in.
Then the HOA manager says, you need to only speak to the attorney. Let me give you some advice. You better not talk to that attorney by yourself. That HOA attorney, he will use every single word against you. You don't think that he's documenting? It's no surprise. Guess where this property is? Florida. How could we have ever guessed? HOA issues in Florida after they've given HOAs leniency, more power. This is your governor. This is your governor, Ron DeSantis, saying, meh.
You're in a situation where they're trying to take your house over legal fees.
Right. Well, they were going to put a lien on it.
And if you didn't respond, that could eventually end up at the courthouse steps, right?
Oh, at the courthouse steps. And then they would, every time they go down to like do something, they just add another fee on it, because as of December, it was only like $4,100. By the time we were done, it was at $5,100.
We emailed and called Trowbridge, but he didn't respond.
This is Adam Walsh.
We also called and dropped by the HOA president's home, but didn't hear back from him either.
I'm Adam. I'm with ABC Action News.
Attorney Francis Frischia, whose firm sued Shauna, also filed a foreclosure lawsuit against Irina Green, alleging she was behind on her $65 a month HOA dues. Green responded in a court filing that she lost her job, was caring for her sick mother, and sent a wire payment to pay her delinquent HOA dues.
You see that? They don't care. They do not care. This is the reason why you need to document everything. This is the reason why I say you need to have an emergency savings account. This lady probably didn't even think something like this would happen. But emergencies are just that. They're emergencies. You don't think that an emergency is going to happen. So this is the reason why I am saying all the time, guys, that you need to prepare for anything. You need to have money set aside when those emergencies happen. And I'm not saying that this lady's at fault or anything like that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you need to be prepared so you don't have to get ready for stuff like this. You're not trying to scramble and saying, how do I make this work? I'm going to lose my home because I don't have $845 to pay these people.
Help me! Help me!
But if you have the money sitting aside for emergencies, it will put you in a better situation. I'm not saying it's going to solve it. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, let's stay ready. Let's stay ready. Listen, look, that's the problem. That's the problem with these scenarios. These HOAs and these individuals like this that are trying to take people's homes and whatnot, they're hoping you have no money. They're hoping that you don't have an emergency savings account, because then they could scare you and take your home away.
Green said she tried to pay the rest of her $780 a year dues, but couldn't.
My third year, they locked me out of the account, and I was reaching out to them. And if you contact Trowbridge, the company, they always send you straight to the answer machine, the voicemail.
A court filing in February showed she owed $12,295. Of that, $9,400 represented legal fees. We recently asked HOA attorney Francis Frischia, who also sued Green over her HOA violations, about the foreclosure case.
Are you still foreclosing on her?
I don't know.
You don't know? All right.
If she owes unpaid assessments because she hasn't paid her homeowner's assessments, then she has a legal obligation to pay those. So yeah, she'll be foreclosed.
A lot of those.
Magically, he remembered. Like before, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm confused. But then when the reporter continued to ask you, oh, she owes money, homeowner assessments. Listen, I can't make this stuff up, guys. I can't make this stuff up. I have done video after video after video about home assessments, especially home assessments in Florida. This is the reason why I say you have to make sure and do the research before you purchase these homes. That you need to just do me a favor and just look at the HOA. Do me a favor and just look a little bit further to make sure that you want to be in this neighborhood, that you want to deal with this HOA. Know that there's possibilities of home assessments, like this gentleman is saying. Now, here's the thing. If you watch this video and you still are on the side of an HOA thinking, well, I mean, you know, I don't see that the HOA is trying to take away her home. You're crazy. You are literally crazy if you do not see that this HOA is doing nothing but just trying to take people's property. That whole HOA in that community, it's trying to milk legal fees and take properties. Any form of money, if it's in the form of property or in the form of fees, they will take. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to continue to milk you guys for legal fees so that they can do one of two things: put who they want in the community or enrich themselves. Probably both.
Awkward. So awkward.
I think were legal fees involving this case, were they not? Or don't know. You don't know? Thank you, sir.
He later wrote in an email, quote, "The fees and costs awarded in the enforcement action are not a part of the assessment foreclosure suit." His law firm canceled a hearing on her foreclosure days after her arrest.
Kind of put in for that day to be canceled at this moment in time.
Do you think they're still going to try to take your home here?
I'm not sure.
Green owes at least $3,300 in additional legal fees for that HOA case. Shauna agreed to settle her foreclosure lawsuit by paying Frisia's fees in monthly installments.
If you go to court, he's just going to keep tacking on because he, you know, every time he has to say anything, be anywhere, file any paperwork, who knows how high this could have gone.
Hundreds of dollars an hour.
Hundreds of dollars an hour, absolutely.
See, this is what I was talking about. At the end of the day, that was his goal. At the end of the day, that's the HOH's goal. At the end of the day, all they wanted was the money from your wallet to go into their account. That's all that they wanted. And at the very end of it, it showed it. Oh, he settles. He settles for monthly payments.
Got him!
And then the other lady who still owes, she has to keep her head on the swivel. Now because, yeah, he decided after all of the media coverage not to go ahead and foreclose on the home, but what if he didn't get the media coverage? What if he didn't get the news on his tail trying to say, hey, da-da-da? He would have filed it. So this lady who still owes the $3,000, please do yourself a favor. And anyone who else is going through something like this, do yourself a favor. I know it sounds crazy. I know this sounds crazy because most people don't even have the money to even deal with. You're dealing with the HOA, and then you're going to listen to me, and then I'm saying you need to get an attorney. And then the attorney's going to cost you money. So most people decide to settle. But I'm here to tell you, you need an attorney. You need to get someone that can deal with the back and forth and then go after all of the fees and attorney fees that you have spent. Because this is ridiculous. I believe at a certain point, you have to push back on these guys. I believe at a certain point, you have to show them, you messed with the wrong one. You messed with the wrong one. Because I'm going to fight you. And when I fight you, I'm going to win. And when I win, I'm going to win big. But anyway, guys, listen, I had to do a follow-up video on this because this is getting insane. This is getting crazy, and it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse because not only are Florida or these HOAs, they're losing money. They're losing money, and they're trying to figure out ways to claw back properties. So be aware of what's going on, guys. But if you love content like this, guys, if you love content like this, I do exclusive videos over at my Patreon. You will love it. And we all know you won't get all of your information from this one video. I need you to watch this video right here. Yes, this one right here. It will give you information on the housing market, financial news, and get you into your first rental property. I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks.